Indy
Girl,
Hookup.
what?
I know. I was asking you when I could come back.
You know how busy we are, but
I
you
know.
you running laps around us. I'm like, everywhere I turn, I'm like, Stella, Stella, Stella. Like, wow.
I know I've been doing a lot of interviews. I just got a TV show. I'm working. You set me up with this really great promotion person, Kaden Gordon, and I'm working with him, and he is really good. And just thank you so much for sending him my way because it's exactly the kind of person I needed to work with, for pushing
Shout
this
out
through.
to Dave Gordon. Shout
Yeah.
out.
Caden Gordon is the shizness.
He demand.
He's the man. Yeah.
So you just passed right over the TV show like it was just another thing. What's up with that? What's
So, okay, so it's a funny story. Um, like so long ago, Jeff will kill me if I tell you how many years ago, but so long ago, I was um on a music video channel called JBTV. It's broadcast out of Chicago. And I got so many fans from being on that show that it literally kickstarted my whole career. And then come now today, um, I got a hold of this person. His name is Jerry Bryans. He owns it's called JBTV, and he's been broadcasting for 45 years out of Chicago. I mean, this guy has interviewed and done live shows with every major artist you could possibly think of. I mean, every major artist. And so I he asked, he heard what was going on, that I have a single out and I'm making like this comeback. And so he had me on for like a 2 hour interview on JBTV. And then I was just like, I'm doing all this podcasting. You have a music video channel. I have access to like all this great talent, all these amazing artists. I'm podcasting and I'm on 2 podcasts a week, and they're music podcasts. And I hear the most incredible music. And I'm like, I have the content. Like, why don't we do something together? He's like, let's do a music show together. And so we came up with the name New Music You Need to Hear. And I'm the host, and I got my own my own music show. And so I hurried up, and on my podcast last week, I started a submissions email, and I told everybody about it. And I just did my first taping Tuesday at JBTV. So yeah, so now I got my foot into broadcasting broadcast TV. So that's really exciting. To
is that going to be weekly or what is that? What's the how
Yeah, it's
often?
once a week. It's I think it's gonna be on Fridays. He hasn't decided which day he's gonna put it on the channel. But we're gonna tape like 2 or 3 episodes before we air the first one. And but it's just really it's crazy. It's really cool because Jeff Panzer has been saying to me like that I need to break on TV, that he thinks that I'm a TV personality, and I'm like, I don't know anything about TV. And then boom, I got my own TV show, on a broadcast channel. It's channel 19 in Chicago, but it's cantv.org, cantv.org, or there's an app, Can TV Plus app, that people can watch it on. And I'll let you guys know when it airs. And but it's cool, right? That's cool, like that
I
just
got,
happened.
I got a good idea for a show.
That's why I asked for your mom. I'm like, Heston, does your mom have a music video? I want to play her on my show. you know
That's that's a good one. That's a
yeah,
good one.
yeah.
But you could have the indie hookup on
I,
there also.
Do you guys have a music video for the Indie Hookup? It's only music videos.
Hey, we'll make one, huh, Ricardo?
Make a music video, and
Well,
it's
Carrie Cleveland has videos, of course, and then I have a couple videos.
yeah,
But
send so okay. So submissions, all submissions. It can't be a lyric video. It has to be it has to be like a motion video. Um,
yes,
and send it to Stella Soleil submissions at gmail.com. I'll spell that because everyone always spells it wrong. It's Stella STELLASOLEIL submissions at gmail.com. Send me everything, anything that you guys come across, like your artists, like that have videos, send them to me. I'll play them, I'll showcase them, and then just write like a little like 2 or 3 sentence like bio about them, where they're from and the name of the song, the name of the artist, and where they're from, maybe just like 2 sentences. I'll play them all, like I'll play all your artists that you guys have
how long is
on.
the show? Is it an hour format or how many hours?
It's an hour, yeah.
Okay,
It's an hour. So, and it'd be once a week. So I have to come up with, and I'm
like
gonna do
15, 14
like
videos.
like 14 videos a week, yeah. So anything you got, give them to me. And
Yeah.
it's all genres. Like I'm playing like all genres, rock, pop, gospel, you name it, I'll play it on the show. If it's a good song, I'll play it. If it's a good video, I'll play it. And actually it doesn't even have to be a great video. It can just be like a
Stella,
I've been getting all different kinds of videos, and some people are just doing like little AI videos. Those are fine too, and yes, Heston.
Stella, that
Yeah.
guy right there that's on the group chat with us,
Uh-huh.
he's got a hell of a video.
Well, send it. You know where to send it. I'll play it. I promise I'll play it.
Hey, drunk in the Uber is like mad. Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Oh my
Uh-huh.
God.
Yeah, send it to me. I'll play it.
Is that the email I sent the link to, or is this a different one?
It's Stella Soleil submissions at gmail.com. It's only because what was happening is I have so much spam on my regular email address. I'm missing the videos. So I just created a brand new
That's smart.
address just for the video submissions. Yeah.
Well, text it to me. Because
Okay.
I can't remember my name half the time.
I hear you. I know. I'm like, write that down for me. Text that to me. Don't tell me. Just text it.
Uh, yeah, I talked to Jeff last night.
Uh-huh.
We talked for a while. I told him that I loved him.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Jeff Panzer for
Yeah.
people who don't know.
Oh yeah, we love Jeff Panzer.
You
I
know,
love Jeff Panzer, yeah.
he looks out for me. He always gives me encouragement. He praises Ricardo and I, and his support means a lot.
I know.
Lot to
Yeah.
me. Because he's a, I didn't know who he was. I never, because
Well, I worked with him 25 years ago.
right.
Yeah, so he'll
He's
kill me that I said that, but
Everybody think you 19, Stella.
no, I'm not supposed to say that, but
and you make me laugh. Your videos, you be making me laugh with that the one that I've been wanting to tell you about was the one where you came on and you had a sad look on your face and you was like, I need help. I need protein and I hate
chicken. It tastes like styrofoam. I know. And I was like cooking it in the pan and I was feeling, I'm like, yuck. I do not want to eat this. But so the thing is I eventually am going to start doing live performances. And, I was a ballet dancer for 22 years before I even sang a note. Um, and
And you go added 20 years on you, so now we can't even lie and say you 26.
and well, the thing is I just, I watch music videos. I love music videos, but I hate the current style of dancing in most music videos. I mean, I was classically trained, and I like really graceful movements. And so I kind of had this idea to incorporate um like the lyrical ballet stuff that I had trained so long to do. And I was a competitive dancer too. It was like from 11 to 22. I traveled all over the country and I was a competitive ballet dancer and I always won.
Wow.
So I want to incorporate some of that in my live show and in the videos, with a little bit of an edge to it, like a not like a bun head, but just movement, because when I sing with my whole body, I don't just stand in front of a microphone and sing. I never stand in front of a microphone. I always hold the mic in my hand and I sing with my whole body. Because I learned movement first, And actually this is going to sound weird too, but how I write melody is I see melody move in, like when I close my eyes, I see melody in my head the way melody moves. And that's how I write melody. I actually see it before I hear it, And I think that's just from being trained as a dancer for so long, So yeah, I want to move on stage. I want to move in my videos and I want it to be beautiful, you know
So when are you taping your next video?
Well, right now I'm finishing the full-length record, so we're not gonna do a video until we get this record done. I have eight songs to record. I have two done and eight more to go. And so that is my main focus right now. Aside from also we're now that you guys hooked me up with Caden, he is just on fire and like working radio like crazy, working Hello, because we do podcasts. You guys know the song Hello. You're like sick of it probably to death. No. And but the rest but the rest of the world has not heard it yet, and nobody at radio has heard it, no terrestrial radio. And so now we're starting to work terrestrial radio in a big way, and especially since Caden has come on board to help. Yeah. So
Heston, you keep cutting off. I don't know why. I see your lips moving, but we can't hear nothing.
like every third
Can
word.
you hear me now?
Yeah.
You've been playing on terrestrial radio.
Well, KYBN, but
Yeah.
not
That's the only station, the station that you guys got me, which is awesome. And but there's like just
thousands.
outside of Chicago, there's 106 P2 and P3 stations just outside of Chicago, and the frequency bleeds into the yeah, it's really difficult to get a P1 station to play an independent artist, but there's 106 stations that bleed into Chicago, the frequency, and I mean, add them up, and that's way more listeners than the P1 station, than than the primary station in
The
Chicago.
Kiss and the 10 whatever.
Yeah, Q101, Kiss FM, the Mix,
Towers.
WXRT, yeah, all the iHeart radio stations, they don't play independent artists, but so we're hitting up all the P2 markets mainly. And and they're great stations, and they break artists. And my main goal is to get vinyl pressed up and to break these P2 and P3 stations and sell records. That's my main goal. I don't want to sign with the record label. I want to sell records on my own, and I want to prove to the independent music world that they can make money doing this on their own. They don't need a record company to do this for them.
So you're educating our audience, which is a lot of independent music artists. Do you know the distinction between a P1, 2, and 3 station?
Yeah.
A P1 is first market. First market is like K Rock in New York and LA. Those are the two biggest primary stations in the country. Chicago is the third biggest primary station. All those stations are owned by corporations, those primary markets, those big city stations, basically. And then when you go outside, like,
Is it still Clear Channel or is it somebody else now?
it's iHeartRadio, and Illuminate is another company, a big company that bought all the P1 stations. And so the reason why they don't play indie artists is because they don't do their own programming. They hire programmers out of New York and LA to do the programming in Chicago. And so they don't know about local talent or independent artists. You know what I mean? They follow the charts, they program. It's the playlists are pretty much all the same on all the P1 stations in the country. But P2 stations, the secondary markets, they do their own the program director at those stations programs the music on their clock. And so they do put in independent artists, and especially I would advise, like, any independent artist to go to the P2 stations that are out. Like, if you live in a big city, go into the suburbs, go into the colleges, and find these P2 stations that will play you, because they can break you as an artist very well. Especially, a lot of these P2 stations are reporting to Mediabase, the website, the industry website that all radio looks at to see what's being played on every radio station in the country. It's an industry standard website. And so if you service your song and get it played on a P2 station, and they report to Mediabase, that means that other stations in the country are going to see you as an artist. So their P2 stations are just as important, if not more important, than P1 station.
Right? P2 is college.
And independent stations are P2 primary, and it's really about the markets. Then so like a P2 station, well, it can be an independent station, it could be a big college station. P2 stations usually have between like 200 and 400,000 listeners, where like a P1 station will have like a couple million listeners, something like that. But but around the primary market, around the P1 station, like I said, in Chicago, there's 106 P2 and P3 stations surrounding within a 50-mile radius. And I would say to an independent artist, try and break your market first, because what they really love is when the artist comes in person and does in-person interviews. And so if you can get these P2 and P3 stations and then say, hey, we're local, we support your local station, we're available for in-person interviews, and that really, really, really helps to sell your records. You have records to sell, you press up vinyl. They'll buy. Those stations are loyal, they're loyal listeners. Those P2 listeners are very loyal listeners and they'll buy those local celebrities. Everyone loves a local hero and a local celebrity. So I would say start there before you start trying to break terrestrial radio in the whole country, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And, oh, I think I gave you this. I have a list of college radio stations.
Yes, you did. You give me,
Oh,
there's like 3,000 college stations on that list. I was like, oh my gosh, how do I even like go through this? but but the best that, like I said, the best thing that you sent me, I can't believe, is this kid Caden. He is so talented.
how
Yeah.
many interviews have you gotten through him already?
I just started working with him just a few days, and he's got my bio done. He's already hitting radio. He hit a WXRT in Chicago. I think they're gonna play it, which is a WXRT is a P1 station. I think he got it. And so so that's really impressive. That's really impressive. I have a good story. I have a good story, and I kind of am a local celebrity in Chicago, so give they might it might be easier for me to break this territory than someone that's just passing through, because I have a story here. I was raised here, I grew up here, and I broke as an artist out here too. So
Yeah, you're Starbucks' best friend.
I am Starbucks best friend. Starbucks.
They make a jingle like that. The black girl, she got paid for doing a what was that? Uh, I forget the brand that she did, but they picked her up and signed her. Now other brands, they're trying to get her to do. I think she's already like up to three brands, major brands. She
Yeah.
just did it on TikTok or something,
Yeah, I
and
mean, like if you can land an endorsement deal, like and do the jingle for a brand, I mean, that's big bucks. That's where the
yeah,
big bucks are at. Commercial jingles. Oh yeah,
we giving
that's
Starbucks free
yeah.
airtime now,
Okay.
so we
I
might as
I
well
am
try.
I am trying. I am working it. I will get an endorsement from Starbucks eventually. They will not be able to pass me up.
Starbucks buddy.
Yeah.
Never forget the day I met her.
Lean up a little bit, Hess, or
When
put
you
your
can't
camera down.
oh, when you can't make it to Starbucks, it's this coffee called Death Wish.
Death wish.
Lord, Lord.
It's called Don't Even Bother Getting Out of Bed.
Hey, no, don't bother getting in bed. You be on the left of Google, Google what's the strongest coffee? And
At
Death Wish,
Starbucks?
no,
Oh,
all over in general.
I have no idea.
It was
He
it was
telling you
this.
it's deaf.
It's Death Wish. Oh, that's a real coffee.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I want to pass on that. I
Right,
did.
that name.
show Ricardo. I had Ricardo, but then you know what? It was this local coffee spot here. It
Uh-huh.
was like maybe 5 or 6 in the Bay Area. It was called Orbit Coffee.
Uh-huh.
It's a line. It's a little place with like a little one or two people in there, a booth where you go and get it. The line was around the corner, and I'm like, "Mom, let's stop here." I got a little cup of espresso, threw it down, and bought a half gallon. By the time I got in the car,
Sweat.
yeah. I'm like, yeah.
I can't drink too much coffee. It hurts it's too acidic. It hurts my stomach. I can only really have like one big extra large latte a day, and then after that it's just, and then I drink tea. I like tea too. Like I lived in London for like 4 years, and I got really addicted to Earl Grey tea and black tea with sugar and milk, and tea biscuits. And I know your mom, Heston, makes tea biscuits, and I was like, oh, I
Hey,
want
hey,
one of those tea biscuits.
Stella,
Tea
they fight
cakes.
over them. Oh my God, they fight over them. And you know what was so funny? This guy came for a newspaper interview,
uh,
local paper here, and my mom had just made some tea cakes, and he was interviewing us, and she said, "Hold on." She went and got him a little saucer with a couple in it, and we laughed and talked, and he was jotting notes, and he ate the tea cakes, and he said the article will be out next week. So I go on and I start reading it, and he's got a picture of the tea cakes, and he talked about the tea cakes.
That's amazing.
Then we do the television interview, and my mom gave them tea cakes, and it just took off from there. Everybody wants tea cakes.
I wonder if you guys could export them to the UK, because it's such a huge part of their culture, tea cakes. I bet you would make a killing. And because they would be importing them, you could charge a lot for
Or
like,
something.
yeah. I'm just thinking, because I live that, I just know that, I mean it's big time culture in the UK, tea cakes, so like I wonder, you should look into that and see what the standards are, what you would have to do to export your mom's tea cakes, and like maybe find like somebody to import them, like in the UK.
Hey,
She gonna have to teach somebody to do it.
I know a
Yeah.
young man that might help me out. He owns the label that my mom is under.
Oh, he's in the UK, right? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
should talk. You should, no, seriously, you should consider this, as this could be like a really big deal, because like that's all it's, I mean, they have tea like 200 times a day. I'm not kidding you. And tea and biscuits, tea and biscuits, tea and biscuits. That's it. I don't think they eat anything else.
Now wait a minute. So how did you get over there for 4 years? How did that happen?
When I was signed to Universal Records, they wanted me to work with the international company, which is, the headquarters are in London. And so I did the two records that I did on Universal Records. I did them both overseas in the UK, and I worked with Universal Music Group UK on both on both the records that came out on Universal.
You know what, Stella? I come to realize you pretty famous.
She's a star. She's a
I had
star.
like I had like 13 minutes of fame, not even 15, 13.
Hey, you
Don't
know what?
call it a comeback. I've been here for
Hey, I've
years.
been here. Hey, it's a honor for me to be able to call you my friend. We just hit it off, and just like with Jeff, um, I met some real good people here on
Yeah.
online. You know,
You know I love you, Heston. I tell you all the time. Thank you.
it's just some people that really hit you. I used to always ask, can you have a friend online that you never probably see or touch or whatever? And I knew this young lady. I started off everything on Twitter, and I was in this music weekly contest, Trend City Radio.
Mhm.
We all started to become friends. It was a pretty big following they had. And my mom won 3 times in a row, Artist of the Year. So a lot of people
Wow.
start talking to me, and it was this young lady that I talked to every day, 3, 4 times a day. How you doing, girl? What's going on? You know, I did this today. I did that, and she told me she was sick, not realizing how sick. You know,
Oh,
she'll be missing a week, and then she'll go and do a recording. I got a new song. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm like, oh my God, this girl make a song about every 3 weeks.
wow. Does she use
Then
AI?
no, she
No.
went to the studio,
Oh, wow.
but to switch it, she had brain cancer
Um,
and she ended up dying. Um, she had told me, I have a new song out Sunday, and I went out of town and I came back home and I'm like, where's the song? And I text her, where's the song? And I seen somebody look at my message and I'm like, why are you not answering me? So that went on for like 2 days. And then she had a twin sister. So I called her sister. I'm like, hey, what's up? And she said, I've been waiting on you. And I'm like, what do you mean? You know, and
mm.
she said she's in the hospital, not gonna make it. They just giving her a couple of days, but we're gonna pray. So and Sabrina did an interview with them. It's two twins and a daughter that sing. So she did an interview and they called me in on the last segment and we laughed and act silly. So we told her to go, we're gonna play it tomorrow. Let her hear it. So she went to the hospital and I got to say hey to her and she heard it and she ended up dying the next day.
What's her
And
name?
Oh,
Toy,
Oh,
Toy,
that's the one you'll be saying to my rest in
and yeah,
peace. Yeah.
peace.
that's
That was
great.
my
That's great that she got to hear it though, you know?
that was my friend.
Yeah.
Never, only time I talked to her was on the interview.
Hmm.
I felt her, when you in
Yeah.
the text, I felt her presence, just like I do you and
Mhm.
Jeff.
Yeah.
And I bugged the hell out of Ricardo. If I'll call him, he don't answer, I'm texting him. And then if I don't hear from him in 2 or 3 hours, I'm calling somebody else. What's wrong with Ricardo? Where he at? You know, that's the kind of bond I have with people. I'm a people person. I prefer to be out live and about, but I'm adapting to this whole situation. And I always have a joy talking to you, Stella.
Thank you. I do too. I do too. I talk to you all the time, so it's like I consider you and Ricardo friends now for real. So it's not, you guys aren't just the indie hookup, you're my friends, so
Yeah, we
I,
said welcome to the family on the first interview, and you see
yeah.
what we do. So the album you have, it's gonna be 8 songs, like a
Yes.
So it'll
extended
be 10
EP.
altogether. I have two
10.
finished. I did Hello, and then I covered um Love the One You're With. That
Are
was
you
this
gonna do
and
another single before the complete album? We gotta
yeah.
wait for the whole album to be done before you guys.
No, I'm gonna release the second single as soon as it's done. The second single is a song called I Love This Man. And
Mhm.
it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's just such a beautiful love song. And so it's being produced right now, and the my producer, the guy that's producing it got the flu, so he had to take the week off, but I
What's his
just sent
name?
him. He's James Steller. He is the owner of the Indie Boom Shockwave, that podcast, and he's a really talented
Okay.
musician and producer. So I asked him if he would produce my second single. I think this second single, I Love This Man, is gonna be an even bigger song than Hello. It's even Jeff, when Jeff heard it, he called me, he goes, wow. He goes, that was like right from the heart. So I
The
said,
one,
yeah.
that the one you let me hear?
What?
Was that the one you let me hear?
I think I might, did I send you the sketch of it?
I think you did.
Yeah, it's I just voice memoed it, and just to, I think I just let you hear the sketch of it. That was a secret. You weren't supposed to tell anybody. Jeff will kill me. When it's
Well,
produced,
Yeah,
when
you gotta watch as he'll put it out.
it
didn't let Pardo hear it, and Pardo know I can't hold water.
Don't send him nothing till it's ready to go, Stella.
No, but I honored her wishes because I sure as I went to the big man himself.
Yeah.
That's what we was talking about. I'm like, Jeff, I need one more song.
Yeah, it's coming. It'll come fast. It's just it's like I said, he got sick. James got sick this week, and he missed the tonight is the podcast he's not even gonna be on. That's the podcast that I'm on. I co-host with three other people, and he's one of them. So
The one on X.
what?
Is that the one on X? What
Yeah,
was
Kleismic. He calls himself Kleismic. Klasmic band, and but his real name is James Steller, and he's the Indie Boom Shockwave
Yeah, I
podcast.
like that. I came on and caught about 30 minutes of it.
Yeah,
It was a pretty good conversation.
well, what it is it's nuts. It's like technically it's a music podcast with improv over it. like imagine a music podcast
Beavis
and an
and Butthead.
episode, yes, episode of Jackass or something like that together. And that's the Indie Boom Shockwave. So but it's so much fun. It's so much fun. And the thing is Jeff says I'm the most gullible person he knows. And yeah, I keep getting myself into trouble because I keep saying things that I don't actually know the meaning of, and then everybody will laugh hysterically, and I just realize that I don't I am the joke. I don't get the joke. I am the joke.
They're not
So
laughing with you, they laughing at you.
they're laughing at me. So I've become kind of a character, like the character on the Indie Boom Shockwave. Yeah,
Yeah.
so but it's fun. And then I do a spaces on Monday, and that it's funny because on Indie Boom Shockwave it's I'm a total goofball, and but on my spaces that I do on Monday nights at 6, so 6 Central, so it's 7 Eastern. Yeah. And that's a really serious podcast. That's a music business podcast that I do. And basically I get on that podcast and I tell indie artists how to make a living at this, and what to do, and never sign to a major label ever.
Mhm.
And and I have a lot of resources and information, and so I get a lot of listeners on that spaces, which is cool, because I have a lot of knowledge on the business side of it. So
Yeah. You have
yeah.
enough knowledge to be a consultant yourself, for sure.
I
Yeah.
honestly, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna start my own label.
Mm.
That's the end game. It will be an independent label, and it'll be like the most pro artist label ever. So that's my end game. I would like to put my own record out on my own label, and then start signing some indie artists that are ready to go. And do things like let the artists keep their masters and things that other labels don't do, that I know as
Mm.
an artist I felt was unfair especially because I paid for the recording. It came out of my recoupment, but I can't keep the masters. That's unfair. Stuff
Right.
like that. The things that I wished that I would have had as an artist on a record company. I want to create that kind of label for independent artists. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Because I know many independent artists that Ricardo and I won't mention a few fought and tugged and with the record label for the masters, and it messes up.
It doesn't, it's so unfair. It doesn't make sense. Why are you going to keep, okay, the record didn't sell, you dropped the artist. Why are you hijacking the masters if you're not going to do anything with them? You're
Right.
just storing them or throwing them away,
Right.
like why not give it back to the artist? What's if
Mhm.
you're not going to do anything with it, you didn't make money off of it. So what it's almost as if like, well, we didn't make money off of it, but we want to make sure nobody else makes money off of it,
That's
and
what.
yeah, and you know what it is? It's because major labels know 9 times out of 10 it didn't sell because it was their fault,
Right.
and it wasn't the artist's fault. It was something somewhere, some political thing happened, I mean, it blows my mind, having been on major labels and also having worked as A&R for Universal for a major label, and really understanding how they operate, which is they do not operate. They're running around terrified that they're going to lose their job more than they care about working the artist. And the departments, like the promotions department hates the marketing department. They don't work together. It's like they competing. Everyone is competing and trying to keep their jobs, and then it's just politics, and then the artist doesn't sell anything because the record company didn't do their job, and then the artist gets blamed for not being a good enough artist to sell records or something like that. It's terribly unfair, so don't sign to a major. They don't know what they're doing. Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's why.
especially nowadays.
Huh?
You don't need that nowadays. They're handing everything to you on a silver platter, and you
Yeah.
just have to pick it up and you do it.
Yeah. I mean, I was fully prepared. Here's an example. Okay. I'm on Universal Records. Um, they can't get my single added to radio. So they send me myself to the stations and I get all the ads myself.
Mhm.
Like I literally am the artist, and I was doing my own promotions, and I was getting like big ads, P1 stations that their in-house promotions department could not get my single played on. I go to the station myself, I talk to the program director, and then they add it, So if I'm doing that already, like, why not just work radio myself? I know how to do it, I can get my own ads. So why would I sign to a record company and let them not be able to do what I can do? You know what I mean? I can do it better than them. So why should I do that? And so can every other independent artist. They just don't know how. And that's part of the spaces where I'm kind of like informative and how to work radio, but I'll show you how to work radio, and so I think my last spaces I was talking about building brands. So it is pretty technical. It's that
You
spaces.
can get
So
a page on school or something like that. SKIOL, I believe. It's basically a site where you could have a free class and then they could pay for the more intricate classes. Is school is the one that's really a lot of people are getting success on.
There and actually I've heard of that, but honest to God, I don't have a single second to do anything more. I am like doing everything. And Caden has me like he's lining me up for like 20 podcasts, and I like I my husband was mad at me because he's like, what are you doing awake? It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I can't sleep. I gotta start work, and I just like I'm not getting enough sleep right now and I'm working so hard, but you just got to push through it. It's
Mhm.
you just got to push through it and then
Well,
it
that's the
and
thing
lightens
about
up.
school is you just do it one time and then it makes
Uh-huh.
money while you sleep because you
That's
just
the that's
pre-record your
I'm
classes.
gonna can would you do me a favor and would you text that to me, the
Yes.
name, that would be cool to look into because I would be good at something like that. I'm already doing that on my own, helping independent artists
Hmm.
figure out how to make a living doing this. So
Yes.
you know and then I develop artists too, and I love doing artist development as well. So yeah,
That's what's up.
yeah, it's
So do you
cool.
You
have,
know,
go ahead. Yes.
it was one person I wanted you to be interviewed with, which Kaden introduced me to her, and it was my mom's favorite interview. Jerry Petito, I think is how
Is
you
is it a doctor, Jerry? Something? Does she have a doctor in front of her name?
think so. She's got a
No. Okay.
YouTube channel and she promotes a book. She wrote a book.
Oh, she wrote a book. Okay.
So with
It,
the
it,
next
it
time,
might he might have this setting it up for me. I don't know. I haven't seen any of the he sent me a list to look at to see if I've done any of these podcasts before, and I hadn't done, and it was like a list of like 20 of them, you
yeah,
know.
yeah, that's this he sent me.
Yeah.
Um, she was on there. I called her after you and I talked because I
Mhm.
was like, Gary, I got this young lady that I really would like for you to interview. And she called me back and she said she had to give up her radio station, that
Oh.
she was pretty sick. And I'm like, oh man, we had such a good time. She's 125% New Yorker. You know how that went. Oh my God.
I lived there too. Yeah.
At me and fussing at me. And I'm like, I'm sorry, Jerry. I'm sorry. But it was all love, just know that was the personality. Um, yeah, she was one, but it was a few good ones. Backstage, it's one, he's on Facebook and uh Caden hooked us up. It's You're gonna have a lot of fun. It's the podcast tour about to start.
I know the podcast tour, yeah, and he's already working really, really hard, and I got him in touch with Jeff, and they're communicating, and so it's cool. It's cool, getting Jeff on board with anybody is a cool thing. I mean, he's music royalty, so
That's the
was
thing what we do in the Indie Hookup. That was the original concept, is to be cooperative marketing, and that goes beyond just I post you on my page, you post me on your page. If we got a contact, we share the contact.
yeah, I do too.
And
Yeah.
we if we got good experiences with this person, we know they're good artists, we know they're professional, we love the music or whatever. Why wouldn't we, do all the stations and the people who do in other interviews? That's what it's about. We don't, try to. You got people that's just trying to carve their contacts because they want you to come through them and they want to feel like the man or stuff, but they don't realize if you want love, you got to give love away and it'll come back
Well,
to you.
and on top of it, it's illogical to like play your cards close to your chest like that, because when it comes down to it, it's about the song. And
Mm,
you're all different, everyone's different songwriters, and the songs are all different, and so there is no competition. It's
mm,
you know what I mean, like, because you're going to be as successful as the song is good,
mm,
and and sharing resources with people doesn't take anything away from you. I never understood that mentality, like
mm.
it doesn't, that's not even common sense,
This adds to you. It doesn't take away. That's the thing. It's if
it does add
people,
to you. And
yeah.
because, I've had more people want to help me because they like me as a person,
Mm,
and do so, like you guys, and have just wanted to work with me and to help me and propel this forward because I'm a good person and they know it, and
mm,
they want to see like the good guy win,
mm,
and I'm kind of playing, I'll tell you, I mean, Monty Littman is the president of Universal Records, and I have complete access to him and conversations with him all the time, and I argue with him all the time because the way that he does things is I just is I think is, well, it's just not the way I would do it. And so he challenged me and he said, you broke the music industry once before, do it again. And so I said to him, okay, watch this. And so, like, when I tell this story, it's like David and Goliath or something, like I'm playing a chess match with quite possibly the most powerful person in the entire music industry, and he challenged me to a chess match, and it's like us against the giant,
mm,
and so it's funny. But Jeff Panzer is really proud of me of how fast I'm getting things off the ground and moving, and he's never worked with an artist that was, I guess, this tenacious. But like I said, as much as I am an artist, I am a business person as well. I have that hat just as much as the artist hat, so I like the game. I want to win, you know,
mm.
I want to beat this guy. So
We want to show him.
yeah,
Mm,
I'm gonna win this game of chess. So
mm.
yeah, and
You
people
cutting
like,
off, Hess. You cutting off.
Oh,
Stop being an
Ricardo.
old man and get center yourself in the frame and put the thing down and
the
talking
the
to the mic.
talking to the mic.
There you go.
Put your camera down.
Hey,
There. Yeah. As Jeff said, Heston, you were having too much headroom. You have too much headroom. You can't have that much headroom.
I don't even know. I wish we could zoom these cameras because I don't want.
That's better, Ricardo.
everything I've learned.
Heston's saying something, can't hear him.
I don't know what's up with your device today. I'm trying to get him to get a whole little hookup, but he's.
I'm broke.
Aha! I heard you. I'm
Oh,
broke.
you're broke. um, everything that one thing that I've learned is you could pay somebody to do something, but you would get twice that much more if somebody offers to do it.
Oh, of course. I mean, if they believe in what you're doing, and if they believe in, you know, the value of working with an artist, they're going to be passionate about it, and they're going to be passionate about it. And I have been lucky enough to like have someone like Jeffrey Panzer. I am his passion project, and he's been coaching me since August. It's funny from he's so how he does it. He's not on with us tonight, but on my cell phone, I have my cell phone on the side, and then I put it on silent, but it lights up. And so he'll be coaching me through a podcast, and he'll be like, pivot, pivot. And then and it'll be like, he'll like, wrap it up, pace yourself, and giving me all this direction while I'm doing podcasts. So from the first podcast where I couldn't even adjust the camera and the only thing you could see was up my nostrils to like where I've come now, I've much improved. And God, I'm so lucky to have him as a coach, and I mean, just in this short amount of time, less than 6 months, and the number of podcasts that I'm doing and how much better I got at doing them and at doing interviews, and then landing a broadcast TV show, it's cool, man.
That TV show that you have, do you guys have an Instagram presence that do you do clips so you could put on Instagram? Because we really would
Um,
like to share that to our page.
I'll have to ask Jerry. I'll ask Jerry, and how he advertises, or if he's got clips or something.
I know
He
some
must.
what do they call them? Broadcast, like if they have city broadcasting, they don't allow you to rebroadcast on another. It's kind of self-defeating, but they have some kind of city rule because you're not paying the local broadcast, you can't rebroadcast something like if community
Yeah,
broadcasting, that's what they call it.
yeah.
So
So
hopefully he
I'll
doesn't
ask
have any
him.
speculations like that.
I'll ask
Ask him, do
him.
he want to do an interview?
Oh, okay. I'll totally ask him. And he's setting up his Zoom right now, like in his studio, to do Zoom interviews, because we want, as a part of this show, we want to have the artists on and interview them, like on Zoom, because they're the artists um video that I'm playing are all over the world. So so he is setting up his studio to do that. So I'll ask him to
Maybe
come on your
even if you,
show.
Stella, in the meantime, in between time, you could just do, you know how you do, get on the camera and give the basic information for calling on artists to have a music video that want, to have it shown on this show. And then, we could go ahead
Okay.
and collaborate, post with you and get that out
Okay, yeah,
there.
yeah. I can do it on my phone. I could just do
Yeah,
I'll just do a video and send it to you guys
yeah.
myself, and you can use that for sure.
Yeah. A lot of
Yeah.
times I figure those things are more effective than when you really go in and you start doing the premiere editing and you do all this stuff and this editing. And then the one that you just put your phone up gets more plays than the highly produced ones.
I know. I've noticed that on Instagram, like there's these highly produced videos that other people produce for me, and then I'll get up. I think I was thanking Heston. I woke up and I was like, my one eye was shut. I had no makeup on. And it's like, I'm like, Heston and the Indy Hookup. I would like to thank you. I just woke up. I'm getting my coffee now. And I literally looked like drunk. And it had more views than any other
Yeah.
video.
Instagram likes that organic thing, I guess. They push
Yeah,
it the algorithm.
they call it lifestyles,
Hmm.
lifestyle Instagram pages. They just like the real thing better. That's why I stopped like doing myself up so much. Like I stopped like putting on so much makeup and doing up my hair and like looking perfect. They want you to look like a real person that rolled out of bed and has one eye shut, So
I remember I remember that you was laying in bed and you rolled over and heard your song on the radio. Dang, the Indy
So
it was for me. My
I
mom called me.
remember.
My mom called me. She's like, "Are you insane? You can't post videos where you look like that."
Oh, your mom saw it. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it's up. I'm like, Mom, people like this. She's like, you look like a drug addict.
that second song that you did the cover on, are you going we're in a new world. A lot of us old school people, we go by the old model. Oh, I'm gonna do this, gonna be my single, and then I'm gonna follow with this, and and
So
a lot of times this new environment is like they just want another song. So are you gonna release the so-called release? Is it on the second song? It's not on the DSPs yet, right?
Oh, it's not finished yet.
he's not finished yet, the second song. But I mean, I have a second song finished. It's just not mastered yet. I have to just get it mastered, but it's done. The
Okay.
mix is done. That's the cover, the Crosby, Stills and Nash cover that I did. Love the One You With,
Because
and
I'm kind of
then
like Hess. I just want need some
I
more.
know,
Come on
I
now.
know. It's coming, I promise you guys. And I told you, and I told Hassan that you would be the first ones to have it. I wouldn't give it to anyone before you guys. So like, it's just we're we when we pick the second single, we want to do the whole campaign with it, and so. I know it's a different world, and like, especially on podcasting, you can play different songs, but people are working so hard on this campaign that we might as well decide definitively what the second single is. Is it going to be the cover, or is it going to be I Love This Man? And then just give it to everybody and work it hard, So
And this producer, is he doing all the music himself, or he got other musicians working with him?
So James is doing the music himself. He's a really talented musician. So he's multi-instrumentalist. So he's doing all the music. And then he's gonna give me the tracks, and then I'm gonna cut the vocals here. I have a vocal suite in our condo. So I'll cut the vocals here. And yeah, and then I might get someone else to mix it, or I might have him mix it. He's a really good
Have you
mixer.
heard about Musiversal?
Musiversal.
They're they're um they're a group of musicians, like a company of musicians, and they charge us ridiculous. I haven't used them myself. I was going to use them on a blues song I was going to do, but I did really good reviews. They charge one like fee like two something. It's less than 300, and they say unlimited. I don't even know how they do that, but
Oh.
basically, they do like a Zoom music session with you. You collaborate with them in real time, and there's real musicians, and they do this. They can even mix the song and everything. So
I wonder
they've
if I
been
sent them. I wonder if I just if I wouldn't need them as musicians, and because I have really good musicians in Chicago that I work with too, um, that that are working on this, and but I wonder if they're good mixing engineers, and if I could pay them to mix, like
they
just
said
mix the
they are.
song.
So I mean, it'd be
Yeah.
worth us checking
Okay,
them
can
But
you
out.
you know
text
I'll
that
what?
to
send you the
me
link
too?
to that too
Yeah,
with the
thank you.
school.
Ricardo Love does mixing.
I
Well,
do mixing. I got to get my suite of effects back up because I was so spoiled working at this other studio that I was now. So I'm trying to get my home setup back to where it was, and my main computer. I got it fixed, and now it went down again. So I'm just getting by. But yeah,
Oh my
but
it seems like everybody is building their studios right now. You're like the third person that told me that they moved their studio back home and they're building their home
mm,
studios back,
yeah,
and
it's just so
so
much there. If you got the ear, everything else is in the computer. You might
yeah,
get a couple of pieces of hardware if you old school, but basically it's in
yeah.
there.
It's
Yeah.
just, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, if I could mix, I would do it myself, but self, I will admit, like, I do not know how to mix. I can,
Sometimes you're too close to the project and you need
mhm,
that
yeah,
outside thing. Even if you could probably mix somebody else stuff better than you can yours sometime.
I
I
can
used to be like that. I
produce.
think I can mix
Yeah.
my own stuff now.
I
Yeah.
can produce artists. I just can't. I don't know how to work the board. I don't know how to work the software. I the technical part of it, I have no experience at all, So
Mhm.
I would have to like learn it, and um I just don't have time. I would rather just give it to someone that's good, that is experienced, and so that it comes out good.
You know what it's supposed to sound like when it's right, though. So that's the main important thing. You have
Yeah.
enough.
I
knowledge and
can
experience to
I
know
give
when the
them
engineer is doing what he's supposed to do or not.
Yeah, I'll give them I'll let them do pass like the first pass and then give them notes and then they'll do a second pass and then they'll like I'll give them notes and it usually takes like I would say three passes to get the mix perfect, something like that. Like a
Mhm.
good mixing engineer usually like three passes. So, but and it's good and it's also good for me to let the mixing engineer mix without me in the room so I don't get ear fatigue. And then I can go in there with fresh ears. And like he might have ear fatigue and not have heard something that I hear right away. I have pretty good
Right.
ears
Mhm.
for that. I can tell, I can catch things like even in just the music tracks. I can catch things that other people miss, like a note that or dissonance, there's dissonance somewhere, or like there's somebody flubbed a note in I think one of the guitar tracks, and there'll be like eight
Mhm.
guitar tracks and I can hear it, and so
Mhm.
I don't think I would be able to do that if I was in the room the entire time. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
it's good to come in with fresh ears, you know.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
We kept you on a long time, so can you give us the fans your links again? I know it's pretty much Stella Soleil everything. So spell your name one more time, and then where they could
Okay.
what's the main platforms you're pushing.
Yeah, so Instagram is stellasoleil.official. So it's Stella Stella, last name Soleil Soleil. That's Instagram. Twitch is Stella Soleil not Twitch, I'm sorry, X. Stella Soleil X, StellasoleilX. And then my YouTube is just at Stella Soleil Official. So all one
And
word.
this new podcast with the video one, that's the one I mentioned.
Okay,
What's
so
that?
that's on JBTV. It's on the show is called New Music You Need to Know. And we haven't done our first broadcast yet because we're doing tapings right now. I will let you know when the first broadcast is up, but you can, if you don't live in Chicago. In Chicago, it's on channel 19. But otherwise, you can watch JBTV on cantv.org, or the app, it's Can TV Plus app. And
And they can
uh,
send their videos to.
right. If you have if you're an independent artist and you have a music video, please send it to me, to my submission email. It's Stella Soleil Submissions at gmail.com, and I will be sure to play your video because I definitely support independent music.
We
Yeah.
appreciate we
I
appreciate love you as
love you guys
a
too.
ranking screw. That's our new word. Appreciate love.
Appreciate love. I like it.
Yes. You got any final questions or statements for our guest?
Well, I just have to thank her for coming on and giving me my little tutorials. Y'all don't know. Stella know everything. I just ask Stella. Don't ask Google. Ask Stella. Anything you want me to work out, just Google Stella. But Stella, it's always a pleasure. I always enjoy talking to you.
Yeah.
You know,
Thanks for having me on again. I love coming on. So anytime you guys want to have me on, I'm on. Yeah.
okay.
I'll keep you
We're
guys
gonna keep you
updated.
to that. We're gonna
Yeah.
keep you to
Okay.
that. Yeah. But we're gonna let you go. I know you gotta get ready for another one. And shout out to Caden Gordon and Jeff Panzer.
Yeah. Amazing. Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah.
so much. Thank you so much for telling Kaden to call me. That really like the amount of work to radio as an artist. Jeff was like, Stella, it's going to take you like 6 hours a day to try to get through to these PDs, and then you turned me on to Caden and he just took over, so it's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Everybody in his community loves him, and they'll tell you that out loud. We love Caden.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
I'm actually going to be on his show on Monday, on Caden's
really?
show. Yeah.
Okay, let us know what time.
Like hold on, let me look at my phone. And
Is it a
my
live show?
my new glasses.
They look good. They look good.
Thank you. Okay, let me see. Let me look at he said Caden. Um,
It's actually hot out here in Vegas today, and everybody else is freezing. I'm sweating.
Oh
okay,
boy.
so I'm on Caden's podcast Friday, February 13th at 2 o'clock Chicago time. So that's 3 p.m. Eastern time. And let's
That's
see.
noon our time.
Yeah. And he doesn't tell me what the name of the show is. He just said
Oh,
his show.
Well, we'll post it on the Indy
hey,
Hookup page at Heston Cleveland.
it might be just a Caden Gordon show.
I think it is the Caden Gordon show. Yeah.
Yeah.
February 13th, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All
All right,
right.
Stella, we'll let you go. It's
Okay.
always been a pleasure.
Yeah. Thank you so much. All
Good
right. Love you
seeing you
guys.
again.
Okay,
All right, y'all
Ricardo.
take care.
Take care. Bye.